Now, van theft in the UK is getting seriously out of hand. In fact, according to recent statistics, over 40,000 vans were stolen in the UK over the last 3 years. That's about 38 vans stolen every single day. And total theft from vans adds up to another £100 million in losses annually, and that's just the tradespeople. And the scariest part of all this is that vans can be stolen in under 60 seconds using relay attacks, decoder devices, or just simple brute force, which is the method I would use if I was going to steal a van, because all the other technical ones are just well beyond my capabilities. But that is where the Bear Lock comes in. So what is Bear Lock? It's actually a mechanical anti-theft device that is designed specifically for each vehicle. No electronics, no wiring, just a solid steel system that physically prevents gears actually being shifted once activated. It isn't some universal lock, it's actually precision made to fit your van. Once installed, you can't put the van in gear unless the lock is disengaged with a high security key. And today, the official UK distributor is doing the install for me. So this is going to ensure a professional fit without voiding any warranties or messing with any wiring. The lock is usually mounted underneath the gear lever or directly into the transmission tunnel, depending on your van's model. And once installed, it becomes part of the vehicle. No rattles, no wiggle, just rock solid security. So I have come down to Birmingham today to meet up with Jarek. And now Jarek is the UK distributor for the Bear Lock. He is from a company called Theft Stop. And you may have seen these doing the rounds, but I thought, what better way to show you exactly what this Theft Stop and Bear Lock can do for you than come and actually have one fitted on my Caddy. Now, we all know this Caddy is new to me, so it is my pride and joy, and the last thing I could possibly think of would be leaving this unsecured. And people often ask, what is the best security device? And Jarek came up with this, and the best security device for your van is the one that you use the most. Do you remember the old days when you used to get the stereos that you could take the front off and then eventually people just stopped taking them off, or you'd take it off and you put it in the glove box, wouldn't you? So having something installed like the Bear Lock from Theft Stop is going to make me secure my van a lot more than I would if I just had a steering lock, because I know that I would never put one of those steering locks on. I'd just get bored of doing it. We are here with the lads from Theft Stop. Got Jaro and Andre. Andre is currently busy working away, installing the Bear Lock in the Caddy, which I will show you at the end of this video, and he's going to show you the specs, all the ways to engage and disengage the Bear Stop. But I thought before that we would speak to Jaro around Theft Stop, the Bear Lock, how it started, and then some of the different models, some of the variations. For example, my Caddy, it's 5-speed manual, but we've got 6 speeds, we've got DSGs, you've got the Mark IV, you've got the Mark III facelift. Yes. Just a few things around that.
So quickly, what's Bear Lock? Bear Lock has been started in 1990s in Poland. So okay. It's a product that is still manufactured in Poland, and it will always be manufactured in Poland. It was founded in the 1990s, so 35 years now. So it's not new product, there is 35 years of experience in designing and manufacturing. And 5-6 years ago, I was the victim of crime of my car being stolen. Okay. And thieves literally broke into my house and they took keys to 2 vehicles. And they only stole one because one had the Bear Lock installed. Really? And that was my light bulb moment when I was like, wow, this works. Because not only they had a key to my car, but I didn't have the key to the Bear Lock, because I always recommend keep those two separate. Yeah. So they had a key to my Honda Jazz at that point, and they couldn't drive it off because they didn't know how to handle the Bear Lock situation. So they literally just left the Honda and they jumped into the BMW and drove that off.
And I suppose that brings me on to the Bear Lock, because I know you've been around for a long time, but this is the first kind of time I'd really heard of you. And that makes you different from other kind of theft devices, is because it's mechanical, it's not electrical, we're not going into any systems. Yes. You guys install and distribute these Bear Locks in the UK.
Yes, we are only the distributor in the UK, and we have partners which can install it on our behalf, but the only ones that are approved by us. And yes, product is completely mechanical, there is no electronics involved, we do not interface with any electronics in the vehicle. So yeah, it's 100% mechanical. And thieves these days, people ask me what is the best security system these days. So first we need to scope the thieves. Yep. You've got it from the scale of 1 to 10, where 1 is the opportunity opportunist, and 10 is someone who can break into safes.
Yeah.
So let's be realistic. We're talking about level from anything from 1 to 7 to 8, and most of the people will be the opportunists. They will have just the right gadgets. They have the code readers when they open your car and start it without actually any skills. They just have the right electronic readers to read your key to open and start the engine. And that's where Bear Lock is completely the right solution for that, because it doesn't matter, you can open the car, you can start the car with the electronic signal readers from your key. You won't be able to drive it because it's mechanically immobilized.
I was going to say that ultimately, if somebody was to come to my house and they can code this key. I mean, the thing is, with one of my other cars, for example, they were keyless, so that was even more dangerous. But with these, they can read that code, they could get in the car, but because of Bear Lock, they couldn't get off the drive.
Yes, and just to cover what you've asked as well about manual and DSGs, we cover both. So all Bear Lock in manual solutions are locking the immobilizing gear shifter in reverse, and in DSG automatic solutions is immobilizing a parking position. So you can't go either way. It's even better in the DSG automatic solutions.
So essentially, if it's got a shifter,
yes,
Bear Lock will fit.
Yes, if it's got a mechanical shifter, lever, Bear Lock does fit. If you're not sure, you can always reach out to us through the website www.thefststop.co.uk and fill the form with all of the details of your vehicle, and within 48 hours we will get back to you with the confirmation.
Fantastic. Jaro, what kind of warranty do you get with a Bear Lock?
So every system comes with 2 years warranty after the installation, and you get VAT receipt, which is your base for the warranty. So yeah, 2 years.
Okay, perfect. Look, anyone who watches this channel knows that most of the time I get someone else to maintain a lot of my vehicles. So maintenance, is there anything I need to do to maintain this? No. And that may not be a good message for your guys, for your viewers, because I heard they like to mess with vehicles and upgrade them, but please do not. There is absolutely no maintenance required. So don't spray anything on it, don't do any greasing, no maintenance required. That is the kind of solution I absolutely love. No maintenance. I think life should just be like that. Everything should be no maintenance. But no, that is really good to know, because like you say, a lot of people would think that they maybe need to oil something or grease something up or anything like that, but there's none of that involved. It's installed, warranty, you guys come out if there are any issues, maintenance, it's just plug and play in that sense. As it should be. I wish every vehicle was like that. You just jump in and drive. Absolutely. Obviously, we talked about maintenance, subscription fees. No subscription fees? No, it's fully mechanical, so I'm happy to get some subscriptions if you want to donate. We will send it to a charity or something, but no, unfortunately there is no subscription. The only subscriptions people should be more bothered about is subscribing to the Caddy Boys channel, isn't it? So, I mean, it was worth asking, I suppose, because I know a lot of people compare security devices, and you said something to me before, which I really thought about, to be fair. You said the best security device is the one that you use the most, and I thought that was really good to mention, because when you get something and you think this is a bit hard or it's a pain in the backside to fit, like the old crook locks, like the steering wheel locks, like those kind of things, even if you remember the old days when you used to take your stereo out, people stopped doing it, didn't they? You know, because it was a pain in the backside to do. So when you're talking about trackers or anything like this, you won't need a tracker because they can't get it off your drive. Yes, and talking about trackers, because we've done thousands of those installations, we talk to the customers on a daily basis, and we also unfortunately spoke to the victims because they were victims before they reached to us, and some of them, even when they managed to find the vehicle with the tracker, the vehicle was damaged beyond the point of returning it, and even if it was a psychological barrier that you don't want that vehicle back, really, because you know someone stranger was in it. Yeah, I think that is a valid point, but I also think with any kind of security, it doesn't have to be one and one on its own. The Bear Lock can be on its own, but do you have one key on your door at home? A lot of people have a key and then another latch and then maybe a deadbolt. These help complement it, and when it's mechanical, you know it's not going to go wrong.
Exactly, like we scope the thieves, you scope the security levels. So
Yeah.
everything you add on just multiply, because it's like a compound effect. It's not one for one. When you add another one, it's literally doubling the security
Absolutely, yeah.
scope, because more options, more solutions you have is obviously better for the security of your van. But it's like we said in our discussion, as long as you use it. But
Yeah,
because you can buy
absolutely.
every security in the world, and if it's too difficult, too complicated for you to use, it's not going to do its job.
If you've already got a tracker, if you've already
Yes.
got Ghost, you can install a bear lock, and ultimately what you were doing is, when you're talking about the levels of criminals, you might get the opportunists, but when you start putting those extra measures in place, you start stopping opportunists right up to the people who come prepared.
Yes.
Because if you come prepared and you've got a bear lock, you've got your tracker, you've got your Ghost, you've got all those things,
Yeah.
your car is probably going to be ignored, and they'll go for someone who hasn't got a bear lock on it.
Very likely within half a mile there is another vehicle that have nothing on it, and that's where they're going to go.
That's it, which is not my vehicle anymore, because I've got one installed. I mean, I'm going to blow your mind here with a fact. You probably know this, but maybe the viewers don't. On average, it takes less than 60 seconds for a thief to nick a car.
Yes, and this is exactly why they're doing so, because it's so easy to do. And what we literally doing by installing bear lock in your vehicle, we diverting those guys to your neighbors. So not a good message for your neighbors, but that's literally what we're doing. We're buying you the time when they will leave it and they will go to someone, and I can guarantee you within half a mile there is another car of the same mark, same model, that they can take within these 60 seconds.
On my street alone,
Yes.
there's cars like that, and we've always been quite keen on security devices. But diverting it to your neighbours, all that means, if you're a really good neighbour, you go home once you've had your bear lock fitted, and you show your neighbour. So then essentially, you're diverting the thieves, another city, another town, another village, because they're not in yours anymore.
Yeah.
Because that is it. Look, I think we can beat around the bush and say all these things about criminals and things like that. It is the one thing that does actually keep me up at night. It does irritate me, thinking you have worked so hard to have these nice motors sat on your drive, and then someone thinks that they can come and take it away from you. I will put anything in my vehicle to stop that from happening.
We heard a nice phrase from one of your YouTube colleagues, Vanxiety.
Yeah.
So it's the solution for the Vanxiety, because not only we're securing vehicles, we're also securing cargo space in the trade vans.
Yes.
So if
And
you
yes.
guys are traders, we also have a solution which I will show you around as well.
Yes. It's not just the show ponies here. We know a lot of caddies are used as work vans. So the bear lock actually does not just stop at the gear stick. The bear lock can do your cargo holds, your back doors, your side doors from another barrel that is located in the driver's side of the van. You know, I might be completely naive to these things, but I've never seen anything like it before, because not only is it stopping the van from being stolen, but one of the other things as well is just breaking in and nicking tools.
Yes. What Bearlocks offers different to other solutions is doesn't advertise that it's installed.
Yes.
So if someone wants to tackle your van, they don't know where it's located. So we're gonna show you some of the locks and some of the solutions, but the thief that goes around the van doesn't see the key barrels on the outside, and that's what makes it even stronger.
Oh, absolutely. One other major factor in the decision to speak to lads at Theft Stop is that they are actually caddy boys.
Yes.
So you've got your own caddy.
Yes, we do. It's right here.
But I think that might be the point where we catch back up with Andre and see how he's going on
Yes.
installing the bear lock. What do you think?
Good. Let's go.
Let's go.
This key barrel has a pin at the back.
Yeah.
And that pin is pushing this plate.
Right.
Yeah. And once it's locked, it's now in reverse. If you think about it, it's simple. Design it to the specific vehicle is quite challenging, but all idea is simple. It's like a stick in the wheel. That's how you operate. You see, it's nothing is interrupting the shifter.
Yeah.
And it's in reverse.
In reverse.
Press that. You can't take it out the reverse. Yeah.
Brilliant.
another point where basically if someone will try to mess with this, that will stop them, yeah. And we buy extra time by this using this shirt.
So right, so those are sheared off.
Yeah, they're sheared off now. So if someone will strip it off or just, I don't know, rip it off this plastic console, it can't come with a 13mm spanner and undo it.
And just undo it.
So
an additional security device
exactly.
within the security device.
Exactly, yeah, additional level, yeah.
This is the washers that protect him from
Yes.
you from knocking that off with the hammer,
Yeah.
because this will keep spinning.
We lubricate a little bit your shifter.
Bear lock is greasing your shifter just because he noticed that it needs a bit of a grease.
So the bear lock is now fully installed in the Caddy, and I'm going to get Jarek to run me through using it, because if you've seen any of my videos, you will know that technical things, anything like that, I'm not the greatest with. So I'm going to get a run through of this so I know exactly how to use it. So this is the little barrel.
Yeah.
So what do I do now?
So first of all, when you arrived in your destination, you have to put it into reverse.
Okay.
Because in any other gear, will not let you accidentally lock it in a different gearing.
Okay.
In this case. So put it into reverse.
Put it into reverse.
And just press it in. Simple as that. Done. And now try to get it out. You can try harder if you want.
I know I don't want to try harder, but that is rock solid. That is absolutely, that's not going anywhere. And that, no jiggle. Right, okay.
No. So now, to be able to drive, you need the bear lock key.
So this is like getting a key to my Caddy again, like my first ever key. And then what do I do now? Put it in
and anti-clockwise. Release and out. You ready to go? Simple
oh my
as that.
God, that's so
1
easy,
second
isn't
in,
it?
1 second out.
Let's get another run through this. So I pull up, got to shopping or somewhere cooler than shopping, and I think, right, I'm not going to put my wheel lock on or anything like that because I don't need to now because I've got bear lock installed. Into reverse.
Push in.
Push this button in.
That's it.
So if a thief tried to get this now, he isn't going anywhere.
No.
And he's not getting that into so he could essentially, you could try and drive it somewhere in reverse.
Yeah, but try to drive through the city or even small village on reverse.
Exactly. He's not getting anywhere, is he?
And this is why it's locked in reverse in manuals.
Yeah, because if you locked it in
people
first.
ask you why not in first. Because you can slowly drive through the town on first. No problem.
Yeah.
The hazards on and you can drive. That's why bear lock, all bear locks in manuals are locking in reverse.
Perfect. And then this key, so this is, I've had this key before in like a really expensive padlock. So what's special about this key?
It's CNC technology, so it's not something that you can go to local locksmith and get it cutted. They will not be able to do that. To be able to get replaced keys, you need this key card, which comes with every bear lock.
Right.
And the key card have 4 different sequences of codes. And to be able to get spare keys, which you normally don't need because you have 2 spares with the installation. So you have 1 for your daily use and 2 spares. But if you need one, that's the codes that you're gonna have to provide to me as a business owner. And once I verify everything, I will be able to cut them for you and post to any address that you like.
So just on that, so if I was to lose all 3 keys, which isn't completely unfeasible with me, but if I was to lose all 3 keys, but I made sure I had that key, the code at home, I could then get a spare key for yourself.
Yes. You don't need a physical card as long as you have the sequence of the codes from the card. So you can hold it as a picture or you can hold it as a email to yourself. We advise all sorts of solutions as long as you have these codes in the right sequence as they are on the card. That should be it.
Perfect. I mean, yeah, this is brilliant. And I live in Manchester, so any kind of anti-theft device is going to float my boat, especially being in Manchester. And the stats that I mentioned before about how many vans get stolen a day in the UK, it's about 40,000 over the last 3 years. So about 38 vans a day. So if you were putting a bear lock in, you could stop yourself and prevent yourself from being one of those 38 vans, one of those statistics. And our caddies are our pride and joys, aren't they? So a little bit of an investment. Stop a thief, which I'm all about stopping thieves.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you so much for fitting this. Also, the lads and ladies at Theft Stop have got an offer for the Caddy Boys.
Yeah, so for everyone who will reach out to us via our website and fill the inquiry form, if you just type in a discount section, Caddy Boys 10, you're going to get 10% off for the installation.
See, it pays to watch these videos because we're all about the discounts for the Caddy Boys and girls. So yeah, thank you very much for this install. That is absolutely brilliant. I can't wait to park it on my drive and sleep a little bit better tonight,
yes.
I must admit. So I just thought I'd mention with the bear lock device, thought it'd be worth mentioning that actually it's not just obviously caddies, and I'm not sure if we covered this enough, but they do pretty much every vehicle. So I'm not saying every vehicle, definitely every vehicle, but if you are looking to get something like this fit, just give them a message, because I definitely know they do T6s, I definitely know they do T6.1s, they definitely do T5s and 5.1s, which weirdly, which I thought they'd all be the same, but the T5.1 and the T6 is actually a different barrel. And they definitely do crafters, sprinters, things like that. And I'm probably guessing if the vast majority of you watching this probably do have a VW of some sort, or my regular subscribers do have a VW of some sort. So definitely give them a message, and remember to quote Caddy Boys 10 to get a 10% discount, because we all absolutely love a discount, don't we? Nobody ever wants to pay full price when you could get 10% off. And they are top lads. They'll come to you, they will fit it at your place of work, at your home, while you're outside the dentist. Maybe not outside the dentist, that is an exaggeration from myself. It probably is going to take a little bit longer than the average dental appointment, unless you're having a lot of work done. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and if you have, please like, share and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.